Hey there everyone, this is Tom from MonTac here. We're doing the Weekly MonTac Round-Up for May 17th. This was a fantastic weekend. We had a bunch of new players join and a bunch of continuing players increase their positions. Definitely a couple interesting turns that took in this weekend. Let's just start it right now, shall we? We've got Shadow Galaxy Wolf that took on Crowler. Now, Galaxy Wolf was using her classic Torosian Mistress deck, while Crowler was coming back in with his Sunwalker Mistress. Two very popular decks. But, Crowler heading into this was the Dark Horse in April, and also undefeated in-game. His only two losses were coming by forfeit. He definitely came out swinging and using his Sunwalkers into full effect as they just came in and raining down hard against Shadow. But she was able to hold on and shut down his ability to gain health points, which led to a drawn-out battle. At the end, Shadow was able to get the win, pushing herself up to 6th place, cementing herself in top 8, while Crowler will now leave top 10. I believe he's going to go to 12th now. The next match we had was Misfire taking on World. Now this was an interesting match because Misfire, going from Steel Edge Dragons to a pure Dragon variant, taking on World, who's using his Sunwalker Mistress. Even though he's so young, World still demonstrated quite a great ability to play, but Misfire came in hard with his Dragon Cupid, wiping out all of World's field. But even then, World was able to rip through with the Gemini play, pushing Misfire to the limit. Misfire was able to come back and push through with his Apocalypse Dragon Pharaoh Rex, claiming that victory. Misfire will now be charging hard into top 8. I believe he actually makes top 5, and World will now be leaving top 10, unfortunately. Actually, he'll actually be 10th. And then we have Squishy taking on Apocalyptic. This was a massive match. Squishy coming off a dominant win over World, and Apocalyptic coming off a very good win over Misfire. So the winner of this match will go into a contender match for this weekend coming up. So they went absolutely ham. Both started off with Star Hands. Apocalyptic was able to get a slice of kids out because he's got that Steel Edge Angel deck, while Squishy maintained with the Sunwalker Mistress. But anyway, Apocalyptic went out, got out his slice of kids, got all those specialties off. Squishy was able to retaliate with a Gemini, but Apocalyptic triumphed with multiple Blitz Magnums and a Beowulf to close out the match. Absolute stunning. One of my favorite matches of the weekend. From this, Squishy went to 7th and Apocalyptic went to 2nd. But that is not the end of this. The other side of that contender... The other side of that little competition was basically going to be a Tail Sweep versus Charging Badger match. Winner of that was going to take on Apocalyptic. But the interesting thing is that Tail Sweep couldn't make the match. Tail Sweep was unable to make the match, which meant that there needed to be a last-minute substitute. And a couple players were asked, but only one person answered, and that person was Squishy, stepping in to take on Charging Badger on about 30 minutes' notice. He didn't know if he was going to win, he didn't know how it was going to go, but they both went absolutely ham. Sky Soldier Angel on Badger's side, Sunwalker Mistress as before with Squishy. Absolute last minute, Squishy stepping up. Both started strong, with Badger coming out with a Southern Air General as well, but Squishy was able to retaliate with a multiple specialty removal and a Gemini, winning him the game as the time ran out. Now, generally, Squishy would have just been done for the weekend, but because he stepped in, got the win, he shoots from 7th back down to 3rd. And even funnier, he'll be taking on Apocalyptic in the contender match. Because he beat the other guy, he not only redeemed himself, he now gets to take on Apocalyptic for the chance to fight SM Robo. Absolutely amazing. Badger will unfortunately go to 7th, but he's still in the top 8, so it's not too far of a loss. Absolutely classic match there, very highly anticipated, especially since Badger had beaten Squishy in the previous match they'd had together. Then we get to the final match of the weekend. We had Doozy taking on World, two quite young players, definitely looking to break into that top 8 and really make a dominant showing. Doozy still needs a little bit more time to get into the top 8, but, this was definitely a very important match for both players. Doozy coming in with Torosian Angels and Sunwalker Mistress is being used by World in this match. World was able to he played absolutely phenomenally, with, activating his Gemini and hitting Doozy with it. But Doozy's Torosians are very good at minimizing damage and maneuvering around in recovery, and he was able to maintain his advantage with his Torosians to win in dominant fashion over World. With this, Well will now go to, I believe he's going to go to 10th. And Doozy will now go to 9th. So Doozy went from 16th to 9th in a matter of weeks. Absolutely phenomenal job, Doozy. Really keen to see him close to the top 8. Really going to be awesome. Going to be our first Asian player hitting that top 8. Keen to see it. Alright, so that was the matches that occurred, but now we're going to... This is the rankings. This is what everyone's here for. No one's here for any other reason. Let's see what this is. Alright, in first place we got SM Robo on 12 points, the champion. In second place we have Apocalyptic on 9 points. We have in third place Squishy on 8 points. In fourth place, second time ever, Rich Potato is outside of the top 3 on 8 points. Fifth place, Misfire on 7 points. Sixth place, Shadow Galaxy Wolf on 6 points. Seventh place, Charging Badger on 6 points. Eighth place, Tail Sweet on 5 points. Ninth place, Doozy on 2 points. 10th place, World on 2 points. 11th place, Shadow on 2 points. 12th place, Crowler on 1 point. 13th place, Emerald Dragon on -1 point. 14th place, Radical Empire, -1 point. 15th place, Albin, -1 point. 16th place, Fury Card Battlezone on -2 points. And in 17th place, we have Tamoose on -2 points. That is the current rankings. We have a couple new players playing this week as well, so we're always growing, always getting better, and I'm really keen to see this June tournament. Remember, only top 12 will make it, so if you were in that top 12 standing, you're good to go at the moment. You still got about, I think about 2 weeks left. 2 more chances to get yourself a little bit higher in the point standings, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Alright, you guys have a good one. This has been Tom.